And my father
It's hard
always
for
said
her
when
to
you take
feel like I'm powered to
I have a hard time
it was time to be fearless.
We're gathered here in this wonderful, beautiful facility, and I want to invite you to think about what it would be like to be homeless, to have no place to go tonight, no place where you can put your stuff, no place where you can sleep. When you don't have a place where you can bathe, where you can gather your things, where you can gather your life, where you can be who you are, and where you can get your life together. There is often a stigma and a shame that comes from being homeless, but the real shame is that we have made it nearly impossible for people who are the poorest of the poor to live with any dignity among us. So think about the barriers that we put in the place where people seek shelter, where they seek to find a place to sleep. So the boulders that we place under the bridges to the 2x4s on the benches here in Salem on the Capitol grounds, and that's not to mention the laws and ordinances that make it illegal to be homeless, the ways that we punish people for just doing the things that they have to do in order to survive. And the great irony is that it costs us more to leave that person on the street than it does to provide them shelter. There was a study last year in Florida of 3 central counties that found they were spending over $31,000 each on more than 1,500 chronically homeless people in their communities, whereas it would only cost them $10,000 to provide them shelter. And studies in other states have revealed the same kind of results. So I want to introduce to you a new model for providing housing, enabling people to reclaim their lives, beginning with the most basic facilities starting at square one. And that's why we have created our nonprofit, Square One Villages, to help people do just that in communities that are self-managed using tiny homes. Tiny houses are now the fad. Why not use that for affordable housing? It all began with Opportunity Village Eugene, a gated community for the homeless. Well-to-do have gated communities. Why not for the homeless? We began in August of 2013, built over 9 months with a large group of volunteers and many of the homeless themselves. It has become a very attractive community for 34, 35 people with an average stay of about 9 months. There is no maximum length of stay, but every resident is expected to be working on a transition plan in order to move out. And indeed, 45 of the villagers have moved out into some kind of housing, over half of those into permanent housing, but only 3 with any kind of government assistance for that housing. The villagers all participate in a weekly meeting where all decisions are made with very minimal oversight from our board of directors, and all kinds of good things are happening. People getting to work, people finishing their education. We have even had 2 weddings of couples, and one of the benefits of being a minister as well as being an executive director. So good things are really taking place as a result of having this kind of tiny housing. There are 29 units in the village that cost us over $200,000 to build. Our monthly costs are around $1,200, including all the utilities and Wi-Fi. And that, when you amortize those expenses over 5 years, that comes to $3 a night per person, which the villagers pay one of those $3. One of the problems we've discovered is helping the villagers to transition out. We have a number of villagers who have income, but the rents are just simply too high for them to move out without some kind of assistance. In helping them find a way to move out has been one of the things that we seek to do. The Housing Authority for our area maintains just under 1,000 publicly supported affordable housing units, and they provide over 3,000 Section 8 vouchers. Their website lists the wait times for getting into public housing. If you are a family and you need a 3-bedroom apartment, that wait time is 1 year. If you are a family that needs 2 to 4 bedrooms, the wait time is 2 to 3 years. If you are a single individual or you are a couple without any children like my friends Juan and Rhonda, that wait time is 5 years. Indeed, it has become so long that the Housing Authority no longer accepts applications for people seeking single bedroom, the most inexpensive affordable housing they have. So why is that? Well, simply put, the supply has not kept up with the demand. And when you look at the way we build affordable housing, you can see why. The average cost for affordable housing in this country is between $150,000 to $200,000 per unit. And case in point is a wonderful project in Eugene that is being built, very attractive. $17 million, being built in 2 phases. It will provide housing for 101 households of various sizes. It is a wonderful project with lots of amenities, a community center, laundry facilities, and the like. But that comes to $169,000 per unit. Now, we need more housing like this. But here's the problem. In our point-in-time count that HUD requires us to do, we counted in our community just around 1,500 people, of which 700 were chronically homeless. That is, they've been homeless for at least a year or homeless on 4 occasions in the previous 3 years. And if we provided the most basic housing, strip it of all the niceties, the amenities, get it down to the very basics at $125,000 each, and we double people up in each unit, that would cost over $44 million just for those 700 individuals. That's not counting the 10,000 to 12,000 people that we know become temporarily homeless at some point during the year, like this couple, a mother and son, who moved to Oregon to get better health care. She was placed in a nursing home. They used up all of their resources and were then evicted and on the streets of our community for several months before they were able to raise enough money to go back home to Pennsylvania where she could get the assistance she needed. Or my friend Joe, a resident of the village whose wife was in nursing care, terminally ill, and Joe's one request was that we would allow her to move in with him so that she could die in peace in his arms. We could not do that, but we were able to help him spend more time with her in the nursing home so that he was with her when she died just a couple of months after this picture was taken. And then I'm a preacher by trade, so I make my living pounding pulpits, not by pounding nails. But we needed some roofing done, and no one else volunteered, so I got up onto the roof, and Juan, a resident of the village, noticed I needed some help. Turns out seminary is great for preparing preachers for many things, but roofing is not one of them. But Juan was a professional roofer. And with his help, we were able to finish that building, and Juan went on to roof all the other remaining buildings in the village. It turned out it went a lot quicker when I wasn't helping for some reason. Juan lost his job due to a medical disability. He is now on oxygen 24/7. This is the last roofing project he will ever do. We need more affordable housing like this wonderful project, but the cost and complexity of them has meant that we have only built 1/10, not even that, of what we truly need. And for my friends like Joe and Juan, they do not have the time to wait 5 years or more to get the decent housing they deserve. And every person on the street has a story like Joe and Juan. Every person needs a place to be if they are going to thrive as human beings. Clearly, we do not have enough resources to provide the kind of shelter that we need without massive amounts of government assistance that likely isn't going to happen anytime soon. So let's dream big with tiny houses that are safe, secure, and significantly more affordable. Enter Emerald Village Eugene, an affordable project unlike any other in the country, in which we are going to build 22 tiny homes of 150 to 250 square feet each. We have already built a demo unit that has a complete bath, kitchenette, meets the 2015 International Residential Code for a dwelling unit. We have 13 architects in a friendly competition, all donating their services, designing buildings for us, pairing them with contractors who are going to donate those first 13 homes to us. The structures are very simple to maximize our use of volunteer labor to keep costs to a minimum. Residents will pay $250 to $325 a month, including all fees and utilities. But here is the best part of this project I love the most. These residents will not be renters like in most affordable housing projects. Instead, they will be members of a co-op purchasing a share of the village so that they have an asset that they can cash out if and when they decide to leave. We've purchased our property and are in the process of doing the site plan to present to the city, raising another $200,000 to finish it. So for the cost of 2 average American homes, or for 4 traditionally built affordable housing units, we can build a village of 20 homes to provide for 30 people. We believe simply because someone is poor, they should not have to have poor or no housing. Our goal is to build a miniature form of the American dream for all those on the street who have a minimal income, so that they can have the pride, the joy, the responsibility, the dignity, and most importantly, the benefit of their own home. And why not do this in every community, providing safe, secure, attractive, and truly affordable housing for all those who desire and deserve a place to call home? Thank you very much.